Welcome everyone to Total Nonstop Impact Fans feature right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent Laws, my co-host, Bill J. Bone and Uncle Mark, and this is the throwback show for NWA-TNA number 59. My God, 59. 59 weeks ago.
On my birthday.
Oh, wait. The shows were on your birthday time?
It was exactly on my birthday.
Oh, it was on your birthday. Oh, wait. So do we wish
August
you happy
20th.
Do we wish you happy birthday to kind of like commemorate this?
Well, thanks. Thank you, Trent.
Happy birthday, throwback birthday, I guess.
Thank you.
We're going to say. But cool, man. Well, we're here. We're going to talk number 59. We're going to break it all down. This is a very historic episode. But before we do, they're probably wondering what's with the red headgear, right? Is anybody actually wondering in the chat? Maybe not. Maybe I'm
Let
wrong.
them guess. Let them guess. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they didn't notice. Maybe they were like, everything looks normal to us.
They're probably like, oh shit, they're wearing red. Thanks for pointing that
out.
out.
No, Mir already asked where your J Dana is. Called out immediately.
J Dana. Very cool. Well, there's really no reason for this at all. I showed up and these lunatics are all wearing red. And then Mark's like, don't you have something red you can put on? And I'm like, I have a Team Canada hat that I can put on. So I got a Team Canada hat here that would go really well with Bill's Team Canada jersey, huh, Bill? This would be
very nice.
Nice compliment. Yeah, we could talk a barter deal. There's something that I want now of yours. It's not quite on the merch table. It's not on billsmerchtable.com. It's in billsattic.com. But we're going to talk about that at a different time. Maybe an unboxing one day for that. But
maybe there will be pics on the Instagram.
It could be. One day, Bill, those pics are going to show up on the Instagram. And when he does,
yeah, I'll get into it. I do have. I'm looking right now, seeing, and I might have something we're talking about. I might have a picture of. I'm taking a look.
Very nice. Oh, very nice. So, guys, you're at the top of this. Vince Russo was going to join us tonight, but he did have to pull out because he does like 70 podcasts a week, and he's like, hey, bro. He said, bro, I did get a bro. He said, bro, I'm cooked, bro. I'm done. I can't do any more shows, but I'm cooked. I said, don't worry about it, brother. I gave him a brother, formal. He's an elder. I said, brother.
You brothered him softly.
Brother.
Is there another way to do it?
No. So I gave him no problem, brother. We'll talk. We'll talk next week. We'll figure it all out. But he's a hard guy to get, man. He records a ton of shows a week. So but he was a very fun part of this episode on 59. It was honestly, yes. I didn't see it coming. I can't wait to talk about it because it really did catch me by surprise.
Same here.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm excited to talk about his segment.
So Freddy's Revenge.
It basically was, in a sense. I can't wait. That one just got me because it's one of those things where you see it, you notice it. It's in your you saw it earlier in the show. And then you're like, wait a minute, that's what the tie-in is? Good stuff. It's really good stuff. So we'll get to it in just a second. But cool. All right, guys, what's going on? We saw each other Tuesday. We did the weekly show. We had John capital E period Bravo. I gotta get that right because he did
capital letter E.
Capital letter E period Bravo. Mark, how are you recovering from that? He chapped your ass that day, man.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like 15 minutes of fame or whatever. Like it would have hurt more if he was famous. So I guess like,
ooh, cool. Whoa. Wait a minute.
It was cool. It was cool to have Bravo on. Like he's friend of the show. Like it's always awesome. It was my first time on the show with him, so that was really cool. And we're down to twice a week now. So I don't know. Maybe you'll be seeing more of me. We had big news break out of that show, kind of.
True. Very true.
For all Impact fans, not just TNI fans. Well, all Impact fans are TNI fans. They just haven't discovered TNI yet.
Not all of them, but quite a few of them have. So thank you for the ones you have. Yeah. But no, if you guys missed it, Bravo was on the show Tuesday. He lit us up as usual, and I wanted to make sure. J-Bo, you got it bad this time. I got to say, what happened to you? He really was mad at you this time.
I was, I mean, he really, he tore me. I mean, I don't have much of an ass in the first place, but man, whatever little of my German ass was left, it's
whatever was left was torn.
Yeah.
Okay, Boomer.
J-Bone took a pounding on Tuesday.
Yikes. Like prison all over again, huh, J-Bone?
Oh, that damn soap.
Checkers, man. Damn you, Checkers.
Man. Unbelievable. Good. If you guys missed it, go back and watch it. That was from Tuesday. Good stuff, though. He revealed a lot of cool little tidbits and things going on. So, yeah, check it out. But we're going to talk number 59 tonight. But in the meantime, any other major news break between Tuesday and today? Anything that we need to put out there? Mark, you're nodding your head. Anything, Jay?
Yeah, we wanted to address, as a few people have said it in the chat already, within the last 24 hours, NWA's Josephus, I believe he's one half of the tag team champions. Don't quote me on that.
Currently he was?
I'm pretty sure he was. I'd have to double check that. Passed away within the last 24 hours.
Very sad, man. Josephus, he was wrestling as Josephus Brody here in Chicago for a long time for Billy Corgan's Resistance Pro promotion. I used to see him at.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting. It was like a Bruiser. He played Bruiser Brody in Dark Side of the Ring.
Yes.
That was a claim to fame for him too. But he was man. Did they say, what is it, a stroke? I thought Dutch Mantel said a stroke or something.
Dutch Mantel thinks it might have been, there is no definite thing. It might have been an aneurysm or possibly a stroke. I mean, he went like just out of the blue.
Too young, man. I can't imagine he was more than, 45 tops.
Yeah, he couldn't have been that. I don't even think he looked that old. He was under a mask a lot of the time. I just discovered his work through NWA Power, and I thought he was great there. I really enjoyed him. It's very, very sad to hear.
Yeah.
We lose too many.
Great character. If you liked his Josephus or Under the Mask of the Master of Karate, the question mark. Very comical and very mysterious. And from what I'm reading from other people online, a man of so many more talents.
Yeah, very sad, man. Very sad. He definitely had found a home in NWA, and that sucks. Bill, were you at the show? He did one show at Impact in 2016. Did you go to that? Do you remember seeing him?
I'm trying to remember if I did there. I'd have to look back to see that during that era. I may have. I definitely did meet him when I went to the NWA 70 show. My first time at the Asylum, honestly. Because I went there right before Homecoming. That was a couple months earlier.
It was.
That was my first drive out there. And he was part of because I did the VIP there, and they had like a thing with Billy Corgan, but he was there too, kind of talking about everything. He was more giving you the wrestling lowdown. And I was looking for there was a group shot, and I think I'm pretty close to in the picture with him. So I was seeing if I could find it real quick, but I could not. It's somewhere in my Instagram favorites, but I'll get that out. I'll get that out there.
Yeah, put that up. You got. Hakeem's also pointing out he was the one who wrestled Tim Storm in that empty arena match.
That's what I thought at first you were saying, because they did do, but that wasn't Impact. But they did do it. They used the Impact Zone.
Right. The Impact logos were up for that too, weren't they? Am I crazy? Or did they left the branding up? It was kind of like it was a thing to say they did it in the Impact Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad, guys. He was definitely a journeyman. A classic. He was a throwback to classic style. He was a classic type wrestler. So.
He fit the NWA very well.
Totally. Our condolences to him and his family. And Billy's pretty broken up. Like I said, about 10 years ago, I saw him for the first time here at Resistance Pro in Chicago, which is a promotion Billy ran first, and he was a centerpiece of it. So, yeah, tough break, man. It's very sad, but we'll see. I'm sure the tributes will be coming in from all their folks and everything. So hopefully there'll be a good, some good, look backs and things like that. Some highlight reels if you're not familiar with this stuff. So, but cool. Anything else? Any other Impact related? Anything that touches on Impact since Tuesday? We reported a bunch of stuff Tuesday, so there's not really much that I saw.
There is something.
What do you got?
Well,
what do you got?
And I don't know, because I still have to see his response, because it seems like for a guy that responds to everything, I haven't seen him issue a statement yet. But Ring of Honor is claiming to have signed EC3.
I
see that, yeah.
So
that's a pretty hefty thing to claim, though. They put the graphic out and everything. So.
Yeah, they pulled that graphic straight from 2002 TNA.
Yeah, it looked like
years.
Borash did it.
Well, they were like, Sting is here. Oh, and EC3 too.
But EC3, that doesn't really fit. He wants to go around, not be under contract. I think this could be part storyline. So just be on the lookout for it.
Oh, interesting.
It could be. We'll see.
That's interesting.
Because they gave no terms. They just said he signed.
Sign for 3 matches.
You know what?
Sign for a week.
Isn't it cool that we live in an era though where we just really don't know? A year
Could
ago,
be,
we all
who
would have
knows?
been a bunch of smart-ass marks who knew or had sources or whatever. Now we just don't know who's going to go where and where they're going to show up, and it's exciting.
I don't
Maybe
mind
it's a
that.
non-exclusive contract. You don't know anything these days.
It's all in the words of the great Disco Inferno, it's all speculation. We don't know. So I would say that if Russo was here, and remind me to say that when he does show up. But Jay, it'd be perfect if we get him around next week because it'd be almost like a year since we had him before last time.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, we had him pretty early.
April, I want to say, is when we had him. So it'd be perfect to have him in March. I mean, just around under a year. So
it was so long ago. Kayla was still around.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
It's so long ago. It's like, yeah, that too.
Kaylon and your buddy Kyle. Kaylon and your buddy Kyle.
Fitting soundbite right there. And also, I want to point out one thing. Hakeem reminded us in the chat here. Tommy Dreamer went on a blast of Tony Khan about those paid ads. Now that I'm thinking story, obviously you play up some story there, but he blasted him with the things where you were actually criticizing about it. So
it's pretty funny.
True.
I could file an injunction.
File your goddamn injunction. That trailer was not good that day.
Little bit of shooting that work, right?
Little bit. But let's jump into the throwback, guys. Let's get into this. This is a very, very historic show. I cannot wait to talk about this. But August 20th, 2003, Nashville Asylum, pay-per-view, $9.99. Now, I was on Dave's couch watching this, forking my $10 over, getting the VHS ready, ordering the pizza or Chinese food, getting on the couch, ready to go. Mark, you found out it was a special day for you. This was your birthday. Yeah,
I know exactly where I was.
Oh, let's hear
this time. This
it.
Was 2013, my birthday. I would have been turning 26 years old.
2003, not 2013.
I'm sorry, 2003. 2003. God, I wish it was 2013 when I was turning 26. Yeah. 2003, I'm turning 26. Critical Sting is still not born, or maybe he is. I don't know. So we were living in West Chase. We were really, really broke at that time. And I had been bouncing between jobs. And I remember that we went to Houston's, which is no longer there, for dinner, which was like a big night out for us when in those tight times in your mid-20s as early newlyweds. So I do happen to remember that I would not have seen this show that night live.
Oh, okay. Okay, hopefully you had a nice night. The wife took care of you that night. It was a birthday and all. You're under 30, so you still had that energy, and then when that was done, you went and watched. Hey, listen,
exactly.
I got to order the replay. It's like
exactly.
What's this $10?
No, man. Clone cards for the satellite dish.
Man, this guy here. All right. Bill, August 20th, 03. The summer's almost over here. Baseball, concert, little walk in the park with the lady. What were we doing in 03 here?
I was trying to pinpoint exactly when, because now it's a blur, but I may have I was in the throes of possibly a new job there. I may have done my my after. I was just trying to remember what time period it was. May have already blown by, but I was working at doing some sports and entertainment collectibles. No wrestling, though, at that job at the time. But I was doing that before I got into the lighting game, like 2 years later. But but if I wasn't doing that, but I know what Don was doing. Don Callis.
Don Callis. What's he doing?
I have seen that penis.
Wait a minute. He's on this show doing a lot of bullshitting on Jerry Lynn on the show. That's what.
Well, he deserves it for what we see.
Oh my
18
God!
18 years later,
cruel, and on this show, absolutely cruel.
Bill's a Minority Report fan, punishing Don Callis for his future, Jerry Lynn for his future misdeeds.
Oh my God! Anyway, well, J-Bone, August 20th, 03. Kind of misfortunes were you going through during this time? What was happening, Jay?
I was probably wishing I was burning down the building of my newspaper that I was working for at the time. I don't know.
It's funny, you both worked in newspapers, both of you guys, huh? That's interesting. Hey, newspaper. I feel like I missed out, Mark, not working at the paper. Remember newspapers, guys? Who remembers newspapers? Remember newspapers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've run a printing
hustle
press.
and bustle of a newsroom.
Yeah, fun stuff. It was an exciting time. Now, wait a minute. In the chat, I'm getting called out for the Dave Couch thing. It's this is a gimmick, right? This is a thing that I've done for 59 fucking weeks already, and I'm getting called out about it. Now I'm thinking, wait a minute. Do you guys get upset when James Storm says sorry about your damn luck every week? You get pissed off about that? Or let me talk to you. Do you get pissed off about that? I mean, what? These are catchphrases. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Who gets pissed off about? Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's a catchphrase. Give me a break. Trying to work a gimmick here. Yeah, yeah. Ba.
What?
Are we upset? I'm trying to work an angle over here. I'm trying to do a show. This is a show. I'm a fucking monkey dancing for you people over here, trying to entertain everybody, and I'm getting called out about this shit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a problem.
I can stomp off.
God damn it.
Flip the
I'm sitting here wearing this red hat, to fit in. I'm down a dancing monkey. That's what I am. Shit. I can't even work a fucking angle around this place.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for coming.
Oh, that was.
Ooh, they're shooting on you in the chat.
They're shooting on me. Unbelievable. We're working a gimmick. Dave appreciates it. How about that? Dave appreciates, and Dave's gonna come back in a few weeks. Yeah. How about that?
When are we getting him back?
He can't. He can't make it for the head shave episode, which is the one I want him to be on.
Yeah,
it's gonna be March 20th, I believe, the head shave episode. And he's like, dude, I gotta work meeting that. It's a big dinner that night and all that. I can't make it. I'm like, shit, I'll come on the next week. Come on the following, because it'll be Raven, with his head shaved and all pissed off about it. So it's gonna be
that'll work. That'll work.
So he'll be on the next one. But so he'll be towards the end of March. So about a month from now, Dave will be on with us again. But all right, that was it. August 20th, 03. My God, let me check my pulse. Somebody call my mother and calm me down over here. But it's like what was that Ron Killings thing in the 3 Live Crew video? Where he takes the shot of tequila. He's like, I love that shit. But 3 Live Crew, man, classic. All right, cool. Let's get into this one. I am fired up today, guys. I had no caffeine either. I'm good. I'm good, brother. Good.
I had about 5 lollipops, a bag of chips. I'm
sauced up today, J-Bone.
Oh.
Huh? You nicely sauced up. You greased the wheels a little bit. Feeling good.
What are we talking about?
I don't know what Jason.
Snacks.
Snacks.
I can turn it on anytime, Pat. Come on, no problem.
All right, let's do this, guys. This is at the Asylum, number 59. We open up with a video package of the title program. Now, they announced a 13-man gauntlet, right? So did they hint at this last week at all? No, right? Okay. I thought I was crazy. I was like,
I kept clicking. I'm like, am I on the right episode?
That's what I thought. Oh my God,
you beat me to it. Yeah, I thought the same damn thing.
I'm not alone here. I thought I was going nuts. I go, wait a minute.
I watched last week's episode, the first 10 minutes again. Because I'm like, am I in crazy town? What's going on here? Then I'm like, did Eric Watts use the PP line again? I'm like, oh, all right, same episode. But Eric Watts may have used that line again. So
he may have. I did the same thing. I clicked on it. I go, this must be 60. So I exit out and I go, wait, no, that's 59. I'm like, where did a 13-man gauntlet just appear? Poof, out of nowhere. I was like, wait, I'm missing something here. But wacky. But either way, we get a whole breakdown. Did anybody write down the participants? I'll have one of you guys write. Go ahead, Jay. Name them all off.
The 13 contenders. By the way, that promo was just outstanding that they ran.
The video promo?
It's just unbelievable.
Jeremy Borash with the iMac, huh? On the airplane.
13 contenders and the Gauntlet rules war, including Raven, Conan, Sandman, Shane Douglas, Kid Cash, Truth, Abyss, BG James, Christopher Daniels, Kaki Siaki, Joe Legend, D'Lo Brown, and everybody's favorite Jeff motherfucking Jarrett.
They left him for the end. You see that? I was watching that, and I'm like, Jarrett was the last one, and I pictured Mark Like, oh, like you know, Abyss. Oh, okay. Ron Kelly. All right. Oh, son of a bitch, man.
Man, this is horrible.
He's so all over this show. Well, it hasn't been bad to be fair. Like last week was
last
bad,
week,
a couple
Superman.
weeks before that.
Superman.
Yeah. But before that, it's been better. You know, this program is really hitting its stride. We mentioned that last week. This was another really good show.
This is a show to remember. This is a very legendary show because what we do find out is that what's up?
Zach in the chat asks, why such an odd number? And I'm thinking, well, that's everybody that showed up for work that day.
Unlucky 13. That's why. It's an unlucky 13.
Is it a hard 13?
Hard 13.
But we did get the return of the hard 10 champion.
We did. We'll get to it. It was this show, as we know, this is the debut of the Ultimate X, which is why this is extremely important to Impact Wrestling history. Like, this is one you got to note and remember, like, oh shit, this is it. This is the debut of the most infamous match in this company's history. So remember that footnote. And I love they go to it early in the show too, by the way. So we're gonna jump into it.
Set that baby up.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's set up. We go to the thing, the poster there, and Mike TNA even says it's there. But I love how this show starts. This show starts, dude. Oh, yes. What do you take? Mark, you're smiling. It was your birthday. You go ahead.
Super hot open. So yeah, Douglas and Raven are in the ring, pounding the living shit out of each other. Was one of them cut open already? I don't remember if somebody was already busted open.
Somebody was bleeding, I think,
at the beginning, and it looks like they've already worked 5 minutes out there.
I think they had. I think that's what was going on. They were already brawling. This is like,
I mean,
cameras caught in action.
Yeah, I think Raven was already bleeding because he's just always bleeding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's just like a natural.
He was definitely bleeding at some point during it.
We saw a lot of bleeding tonight.
Oh my god!
Lot.
Wait till we get to Michael Shane. My god!
Somebody get that kid a towel. So then we cut to the back and you see Julio and Punk, and then the New Church are also going at it. So you've got a really, really hot start. Unfortunately. Oh, no, I did catch what happened. I'm sorry. With the beginning of this, I had to cook dinner and watch this at the same time, so I'm a little in and out. The lights go down, we get the blackout, and all of a sudden a hangman appears in the ring. He's got the hood and the cloak, and then you see a hangman's noose. Really well done, actually, I thought. The lighting in the background was just enough to let you see what was going on and get that full
flash that came up.
Yeah, that silhouette image. Lights go down again, come back on. Raven is hung like classic Raven style over the ropes by a noose, and the hooded figure is gone. I thought we were going to get our reveal right there.
I thought so too. I did like you see the there's one big flash, which I'm guessing is the Impact photographer, TNA photographer, because there's one big where you see the guy, right? And then you have all the fans doing as much as they can. But there's no camera
that
phones.
Was intentional, it seems, because you're right. Because back then there wasn't. It wasn't like up north where you would have cameras, point and clicks, giving off some flashes. So there was a handful, but for the most part, it was like a photographer at ringside. They're like, all right, strobe.
Yeah,
have that thing go crazy. Have it go crazy. For a moment, and that's what they did. It looked good.
It was perfect, like bottom up, like you got the perfect silhouette. It was really well done.
Yeah, Murky's saying like Mike TNA said on the commentary, so look at the strobe lights, because he definitely was. He was alluding to the fact there was a couple of lights, but one big one I think was on purpose. Of the rest were all whoever had a camera in the audience was just trying to snap what they could, and they
all
go to
the
develop
plants.
them. All the plants, maybe. Well, there was two very important plants on this one, but we'll get to that.
Yes,
but they're brawling, right? Mark there. I mean, there are gatherings all over the arena brawling. Everybody's brawling.
Yeah, everyone's
wild.
Everyone's in it, and then I think I may have missed that. Is this where we get the call out from Julio? No,
that's later. Okay. That's way later.
All right, I'm gonna hand it back to you then, because I may have missed what happened next here.
They're brawling, and then they're all over the arena. They're gathering, and eventually gets the advantage. Raven gets on the mic. That's when he addresses the mystery man. You don't want a war. You wait. He says you don't want a war, and you have caused violence and hurts. He said war is not war is just the war. What did he say? It's not just the business of death. It's the antithesis of life and death. And a big Raven monologue here was awesome. That's when the lights go out. Then the mystery man, and then they hang him, and then Punk and Julio and Alexis help him. But you catch this. I think the guy was a little late getting out of the ring because the lights came back up and he scurries to get out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It took a while too. There was a long, dark, like lights out for a while. Like TNA was stretching.
Oh yeah, it was dark for a bit. Whoever it was hanging him. I don't know. I think he took a long time. Wasn't ready.
The ECW guys were used to the lights go out gimmick, but this guy was not used to the lights go out gimmick.
Yeah.
We know it's not Sabu.
It didn't look like it.
Sabu got that.
No, he was. He wasn't significantly taller, but he was a little taller than a Raven.
A little bit.
Yeah,
it definitely wasn't the Yeti.
The Yeti. To answer Paul's question in the chat, Basil was not working throwbacks. Basil was like, I don't know. He was a kid, man. He was a kid. He was watching these at home. His first show was Homecoming at the Asylum in 2019.
Yeah.
No, but it was at the Asylum, but just many years later.
Please tell Basil that
what's that?
People are wondering if he was working as photographer 18 years ago.
By pointing with his Fisher Price camera at most. He's a kid, man.
That's my silly nephew.
Don West, black on black.
Black on black. The man in black tonight.
He looked good. He looked good.
Who doesn't look good all in black?
Isn't that an AC/DC song?
Back in black, J-Bo. You should know this. You're the guy. But
are you also a sharp dressed man there, J-Bo?
Oh, always.
Now this is where I first noticed Freddie and Jason behind Tanae and Don. I'm like, oh, look at these two fucking marks back there with their Freddie and Jason. But I thought this, and Bill, you can correct me on that, and you can actually add to this. There was a time at indie shows around this time, there was always somebody in the crowd with a Freddie. There was a lot of people with a Freddie glove in the crowd at indie wrestling shows. Always somebody doing that just so they can get their hands seen on camera.
The monsters and wrestling were going together at this time. It's like rock and roll and wrestling. Then like kind of horror and wrestling kind of went together. And if in Japan at the time, that's when you had Freddy Krueger. What was it? Corporal Kirshner was Freddy Krueger.
He was Leatherface. He was
Leatherface, and then somebody else was there was all bunch of guys wrestling as like Jason and Freddy, and like that was the thing. Like that was definitely popular, and it will get you noticed, obviously. Which true you see.
I see him at indie shows, but Freddie glove was at every indie show in Chicago. There's somebody with a Freddie glove just waving it around.
Is that why Vinnie Mac put his ECW on the Sci-Fi Channel? Like,
go figure. Who knows?
Well, I don't think when he did, they brought in certain characters, like supernatural character.
The zombies. Zombies.
I was thinking of what's his name, the vampire gimmick guy, not Gangrel from we just saw the other one, Kevin
Thorne or no,
Kevin Thorne, yeah.
Ferdig, Ferdig.
Great guy.
He's running a school now. He's the one running the wrestling school, or is it? I'm forgetting who's.
I think he does have a wrestling school.
He does, yeah. I think he does a school, but so that's where I first noticed Freddie and Jason. Keep this one in mind. Back pocket this one for another hour. But we go to Scott Hudson there, Bill. Scott Hudson with Jerry Lynn talking about what Callis has been doing to him.
Yeah, he stepped back. I'll give him credit. He let this one go. He didn't start in saying, I'm Scott Hudson and I'm inserting myself into the story. Like he just let it. I think somebody may have said after last week, Scott, tone it down about 10 notches. Take it from 11, take it to a 2. Be a little vanilla, and he went vanilla.
He did step back. You had to let this one breathe, though, because Jerry's fired up. He's talking about Callis and everything. And then Callis comes in with the red shirts, and they run down Jerry and his behavior, and he's only going to fine him. He's like, you know what, though, Jerry, I know your financial situation. I'm only going to fine you $5,000. And you son of a bitch. And he's like, hey, but no personal checks. they drag him out of the building.
What a scumbag!
It's funny. You just don't remember Callis and Jerry having, but it oddly ties into today. That's the weird thing. Here's what's killing me. Why not show that clip today? because Jerry's on the Tony Khan side. Don is not. Or Don is against them. He's with Kenny and right. Well, show a clip of this. Show Don kicking Jerry out of the building, and then what Jerry did on Impact. I mean, just
Garrett should do that.
Tie this in. I mean, why not? This is
it's asylum years. Might as well not exist.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, this exists. It wouldn't kill you to just throw this up. Like, this is.
I think they do occasionally throw the still image of Don with the whiteboard.
They do, but
only Tim Russert is more famous for the whiteboard with Florida than Don Callis is with the Ultimate X match. It's fantastic.
But the thing is, like, when the Jerry thing's going on, when that was happening, they should have been. This is a clip you can pull out and say, "Hey, listen, maybe this goes back to 18 years ago." Just
what are the chances you have a clip of these two guys together, beefing over
That's
something?
What I'm saying.
You could run for something like that.
Oh, just those.
Hey, I'd love to see that on a Tuesday night instead of maybe some other stuff during Twitch breaks.
You would think,
right?
Yeah.
Even that's a good. That's a good idea.
I mean, show us that, man. Shit, but. I don't know, but that's something to keep in mind, guys. Let's keep this part. That's interesting. That there's history there, and there's a tie into Jerry Lynn. So, but very interesting to see that. But all right, we got the recap of the X Division controversy, and then J-Bone. This is it. This is the debut. Go ahead. I want to let J-Bone talk about this. He's been quiet for about 10 minutes. Go ahead, J-Bone. That's his stuff now.
We have the birth of the Ultimate X match. We got Michael Shane versus Frankie Kazarian. I'm just used to saying Kaz. That one really did not roll off the tongue. But yeah, I remember Frankie Kazarian versus X Division champ Chris Sabin. This match was just as delicious as I wanted it to be. It was great. All the attempts and fall downs and all the clashes partway across the ring. You think somebody's going to end up kicking someone, and it turns into no, they both fall, and what the hell was it? Oh, Chris Sabin got kicked by Michael Shane, and then Michael Shane took him, and then he practically pile drove him into the mat. Oh my God. It was nuts. Michael Shane was a hot mess. He was bloody early, which told the story of, the announcing. Can we say how beautiful the announcing was? Don West, during the whole damn thing, kept saying, "Oh my God, Michael Shane's losing so much blood. Look, he's not getting up. He's not coming back from this." And they kept drilling it in, and then all of a sudden, he came back. Oh my God, it was good. It was so good, and Michael Shane ends up winning it.
Fantastic. Mark, have you ever lost that much blood in a 30-minute period?
I don't think I've ever lost that much blood in my life combined, like on purpose. Well, my God, like even accident, nothing. He was a mess. This match was great, but there was a point where I thought they might have to remove him, for blood loss.
Are we wearing red because of this, by the way? Is that what we're all the red? Because of the Michael Shane's Crimson Mask? Is that what the gimmick was here, J-Bone?
Pick a reason.
No,
yes.
It's no. He got the thing from. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, Michael Shane. That's solid. Yeah.
Man. If you haven't seen this match, this was like another level bloody. This was pretty brutal. This J-Bone, the spot you were talking about in the sequence where it's like, what is it? Sabin has Shane up on his shoulders. Kazarian grabs his trunks and he pulls him all the way down, and you see Sabin's ass come out because Kaz misses the sunset flip, has to reach back and grab him by the trunks and pull his ass out. But then Sabin turns it into a drop kick and then pile drives Kaz out of the It was just a wild match. There were so many like that too, like 3-man sequences. That's just the one that really stood out to me that I could remember. This match was awesome.
This was something else, man. And you know what? I'm so glad, Bill, we got to see an Ultimate X live. And it's crazy. I mean, it was crazy to see live in the one we saw at home in the Asylum, I should add too. But seeing the first one, and is that the last one then? The one we saw at Homecoming? Is that the last time they did it? think so. I think that's the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think there's been. I don't think there's been another one. They did it at No Place Like Home. I mean, not at No Place Like Home. They did it at
one Jersey.
United We Stand. United We Stand.
Yeah.
They did it there. They've done it a few other times, but not since then. So
that was it.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. And this is the first one. But
talk about setting the bar.
Well, that's the thing, right, Bill? I mean, you set the bar. This one went. I would love to just know what went through their heads on this. Like, shit. This is the newest fucking concept you can throw at somebody. Like, all right, guys, here we go.
But then they realize that's asking a lot of 3 guys to do. That's why they figure out they got to expand that a little bit.
Well,
go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to say, shout out to these 3 guys for working around the belt falling twice. And having it, and for JB and who was reffing this match? I don't
Andrew
Thomas. And
who played it off great. Who played it off perfectly.
Fantastic referee. Great job by JB stepping in with the call, immediately clarifying. Good job by commentary, constantly, repeatedly saying they're going to let them go. TNA management is said and let us go, anticipating it happening again.
Although that first time though, they had no clue at first. There was a minute there where there's a lot of like TNA, you can tell is like, I don't know. And then like Andrew Thomas is waiting to hear what they're saying.
That's right.
Like, what do we do? Is the match over?
Talent.
What do we do?
And the talent continued to perform in that first one,
which I love
during that chaos.
Which will be a trend as you watch these over the years. Because in the last one, that it still happens.
It still happened in January of 19. It fell 3 times. But the difference in 19, Bill, was when we watched back
the home, you don't see it. They have production value.
Yes, they cut right to the outside.
Multi-cameras. All they have is a freaking hard cam of one guy.
Yeah, they knew right away. Cut to the outside, get to the outside, start brawling. We saw Pizza Tie, whose birthday is, by the way, today. Referee Ben Scheinberg. Yeah, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Ben. Pizza Tie was out there with the ladder and he's the skinniest guy out there. He's just flying up there, hanging it. But you saw it. I love Andrew Thomas grabs the belt and he's sitting there in the corner. And you're right, Bill. He's waiting for the call. And then when he gets the call, he goes down. And I love that TNA and Wes keep putting over like management, let it continue. No matter. Even
I think I put TNA, 20 exclamation points because he had no clue. Like he thought he was going to have to go, and that's the end of the match, folks. But he went, yes, they're going to keep on going.
Love it.
What a decision. Andrew Thomas, you are the man.
It was a good job by all involved.
Everybody. I got to say, though, did you guys catch one thing? The first time it fell, everybody was like, whoa, what do we do now? The second time it fell, I got my notes. The crowd booed a little bit, though. Mm-hmm. They were kind of like, fuck, again. But they forgot quick.
They figured the guys just didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like, are you not putting it upright? What's
right.
going on here?
But they forgot about it quick because the action was nuts after that. You know, it was like and it just kicked up. And then Michael Shane, I'm shocked he's not dead. Honestly, like the guy looked like he was gonna die.
It was tough to watch at a couple points.
He was so bloody, but that finish. If you're watching Jay, and you didn't see it originally, but that finish was one of the most classic highlights ever played in TNA. Was that Sabin and Kaz over here, and then the Shane just zipping over and grabbing it. I was like, oh my God. It's such a classic clip because they showed that, Bill, like all the time, like that, him just coming out of nowhere and like, what the fuck?
It's not Elix on the top, but it's close.
Grabs it. Yeah.
But it's a legendary match and it's so good. And I would just love a retrospective from those guys to be like, what did that feel like? You know, Shane is very hidden now. I found his Twitter. He hasn't tweeted in 8 years. So I found it though.
No, he had a band. The band's over.
Okay.
I think he had a band down in Florida, but that I think ended 3 or 4 years ago. And now I have no clue where he's gone. He's vanished.
One of our listeners, I'm trying to think what her name is.
Michael Shane and the Ultimates?
Michael Shane and the Heartbreak Kids is what it was. But one of our listeners
are cousins of cousins.
Cousin to cousins. But one of our listeners, I forgot who was, she noted that she knows him. She found him. She knows him.
Wait, first you're saying we have a female listener other than Villette?
Other than Villette, we do have a few. We got a few. And she said she does know him. and she tweeted something early on. We're doing these or something, and she mentioned something of I gotta remember who it was. And if you're listening, ma'am, it should be easy to narrow that down. Miss, if you're listening, let us know who you were, and if you can get in touch with Michael Shane, I'd love to have him on this show because I don't think he does anything in the business at all.
That would be a get. That'd be a get because
huge get.
I was trying to find him. I've been doing some research, but
look at this now. Deepak in the chat here. Pull this comment up, Jay.
Yeah.
Look at this. What was it? Mike in Tampa in November? He's in the strip club industry. That's awesome.
Is he still bleeding from this match?
Oh my god! Hey, listen. If you have a way to get a hold of him, can you put us in touch? I'd love to talk to him on the show and tell him he's very, very loved still by TNA fans like us. We really, really love what he did.
I popped huge for his win here.
Super
unexpected.
He's just such an overlooked pioneer of the X division. This is still year one, within the first year ish. So I would love to just let him know he's not forgotten. I mean, cause shit. So
Bam Neely, that's a name I haven't heard.
Who's Bam Neely?
I think he was in the WWE for about 5 minutes or something. That was a little bit
interesting.
I think he was a bald guy. That's the only reason why I think I remember.
He was a bald guy.
You guys all stick together or something, Jay?
Nah, he was in the faux ECW.
Oh, okay. And Bull interesting. Hey, listen, put us in touch, bud. I'd appreciate it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let him know there's people talking about him very highly right now.
Yeah, Twitter or Facebook, whatever,
Yeah, that'd be great, man. Tweet us at We Talk Impact on Twitter. Let us know. But yeah, let's keep going. This was great. So, guys, if you've never seen the Ultimate X, I highly recommend you go and watch this Ultimate. This is what started it all. This is the one that really let people know that this company is onto something fucking special. Because nobody had the guts. I remember Bill, you might remember this. When this was hyped, I mean, they only gave it like a 1 week hype, which I think they should have stretched to like 2 weeks. But that week was like the most anticipation you're ever gonna see. I mean, it was bananas what people were talking about. Like, what is this gonna be? What are you gonna do? Hanging over the ring? It's like the message boards were crazy at the time. So
I had no limits, as we'll say, man.
Deepak, thank you very much. Please do. Also, working in the strip club industry, I like his. I mean, I gotta get an accolade at work, man. I'm in the wrong business, honestly.
Can you get the show some sponsors?
Shit, man, I would gladly be sponsored by a strip club in Tampa. That'd be awesome. So I'll take it. Hey, bring it on. Shit, or get
strip
us some
clubs in Tampa out there. We're calling out to you. Hit us up. Slide in our DMs.
I got to put this comment over though by Miller. This is great. This is probably the winner of the night though. Good to know Michael Shane is still hanging around TNA. In this case, tits and ass. That's awesome. Good stuff, Miller. Very cool. So Michael Shane, new X Division champion at this point.
Huge win. Huge win. Yeah, I thought this was Kaz's time. Like, he'll get it. I thought there was no other option in this match though. I thought Kaz was going to win this match.
Oh, he was this. That's the thing. He was over halfway across, and all of a sudden, Michael Shane just boom, 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 grab, fall.
Well, and Kaz has been coming so close to getting robbed. I just thought, man, he's got to get one of these. It seemed like
I still think those saves was super over. A lot of hail Sabin throughout that match.
He was over quick with this crowd, and he stayed over. Sabin never lost it after this. Like to this day, he's an Impact legend. He's drunk in Swingers Palace. But that's another story.
Love this place.
If you're not watching current Impact product, it's worth watching for Chris Sabin.
It trips me out. On the show we're watching, we're reviewing Throwback. Sabin, Storm, Swinger, Callis, Mitchell on shows today. They're on in Impact today. Mitchell not in the last couple of months, but even still, he's in the family. But to this day, they're in the company. It's just mind blowing to me. I love it. We get a Hearst showing up backstage. Hearst shows up. Siaki and Trinity outside with Scott Hudson there, Bill. Scott Hudson. Siaki, he's been a little funny. I gotta say, he's been a little funny here. And They're rolling the casket out. A lot of symbolism for the death of D'Lo's career. But Mark, you said dress on charity, bro.
I didn't even know that Sonny Siaki was in this segment, to tell you the truth.
Exactly.
Hearst pulls up, Trinity
Ew.
gets out, Scott Hudson is there. Trinity says, "I'll see you inside."
And we see her inside, and good Lord, I'm all day with this one. She looked incredible.
Well, you know who she looked exactly like? She could have
Francine.
rated the wardrobe Francine. 100%.
Yeah, it was the Francine.
That was like,
look.
hey, be Francine the night.
As soon as I saw her,
somebody told her.
I was like,
honestly, I think Francine had the same dress. Circa 5 years earlier.
I think you're right, because she had like the see-through in the back and all that. Was a Francine dress.
I was about to say, not to get too crude, even when she goes over the ropes, you can see the same
it's
thong
the
outline from Francine. Like it is Francine. Big time.
True.
That's why she looks so good.
We get the NYC, the New York Connection, which is Simon Swinger and Disco here. Glen Gilberti taking on AMW, Storm and Harris. Double bull rope match. And it was, I noticed one thing. Bill, this is a get. Notice the new t-shirts they had. You see the t-shirts?
I did. The new America's Most Wanted t-shirts.
I think it was a TNA shirt. I said, "Watch your back. Competition has arrived." I think it was a TNA shirt, actually. Just a TNA.
I couldn't tell which one it was.
I never saw that shirt.
It was a slogan.
Watch your back. Competition has arrived. And it had the TNA logo underneath. So
you want a t-shirt.
You guys swing?
That's a rare one, though. That watch your back one. Haven't seen that.
That is rare. I've never seen that.
So if you guys, that's a get. Any of you guys can get that one. That's a huge get. They come out and it was just a fight. I love these matches. This feud is fantastic. They're just fights, and I love a good fight. But notice one thing. I took a snapshot of this. It's gonna go up on Twitter sometime through the week, Jay. Okay. Look who's in the ring. Storm and Swinger. I'm gonna do a side by side.
Nice.
Swinger's Palace and this match.
I was thinking this when the entrances were happening. I was looking specifically at Swinger. I was like, my God, look at him. He's jacked like a Greek god here. He's in such incredible shape. I mean, Simon Diamond was in good shape here too, but man. These guys are Diamond and Swinger are just 10s here. They're just great.
You could see why Swinger's been around in every company for 30 years. He looks like $1 million. He looks like $1 million.
That's how he's still going to all those Pizzles.
The Pizzles and the Rizats.
And those Jinkos.
He looks he was rocking the Jinkos, man.
He was wrestling in Jinkos. Shout out to Swinger.
He looked like $1 million. You're right. He looked like a god here. That's unbelievable.
They both did.
James Storm, he's approaching match number 1,000. TNA Impact. Maybe
cool.
The Swing Man gets it.
That could be because he's got Rohit's 997, right, Bill? That's what there's 997 is going to be Rohit on Tuesday, and then BTI is his 997. You got to do 1,000. It's got to be Swinger.
Oh, when did these numbers start?
Today. They put it out today.
Yeah,
today. Really?
Garrett put it out on Impact's Twitter. It's James Storm's 997th match in Impact is this Tuesday against Rohit.
Oh, maybe Chris Harris comes back and we get an AMW reunion for number 1,000. Against the New Church.
Quit playing games with my heart. I would just the markiest thing you people would see me do. I'd fucking cry. If I just saw AMW and New Church, I'd get on the watch along. I'll say, Bill, sorry to interrupt your watch along. I just want to let you know I'm in fucking tears because AMW is fighting the New Church in 2021. It's the markiest thing I ever did, and I'll admit it right now. But by the nostalgia for this guy, look, J-Bone, look, I live alone, man. I got nothing. I don't even have a dog. Okay, that's all I got. The nostalgia is all I got, man. I got this show, which I get shit on for doing Dave's couch gimmick. Okay, and then I got nothing else. I got the memories.
You even have shitty neighbors.
I got shitty neighbors. I got an ex-wife joke that won't die on this show at all. You know, Mark even goes at it today with that. Okay, that's all I got. So give me the nostalgia. All I'm asking for is give me the New Church and AMW one more time. That's all I'm asking for. Let me cry it out in public. But I digress.
Do you need a nurse, Trent?
I swear I don't drink. I don't know what got into me today. I had a chicken sandwich. I don't know what's in the bloodstream today.
Okay. That says a lot. Trent, where is the chicken sandwich from?
I went to this place called the Fireside. Real nice place. It was a fireside chicken. Oh, good stuff. Chef's kiss. Beautiful stuff. Not a hot chicken though, but good quality stuff. Great stuff. I only drank water though. No dessert. I only ate half my tater tots. Great stuff though, Jay. Feeling good. Feeling great.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
So, yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, moving on.
Throwback has become fucking romper room at this point. You know,
Throwback has become the best show that we do.
Fat asses.
Hey, wait a minute. It was lean chicken. It was lean chicken. Hey, I lost 15 pounds in the last 2 months. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling jacked. Okay, it was all white meat chicken. But I'm doing great. Anyway, NYC wins. It just this feud again. Another one. Not enough credit. Simon did put it over on our Twitter, where he was like, "Man, those are some fights." Like he quote tweeted our plug about it, and he was like, "Those are just some great fights." You know, he loved them, and so I absolutely want to make sure this feud is seen more. So I took some screenshots. I put it out there. I'm going to call it out over the week on our Twitter. Tag Simon Swinger, Storm Harris. Hopefully we can get some guys buzzing about it again. And again, I hope that I've seen. You guys can correct me. I've seen it. Bill, I know Bill, you pay a lot of attention to that Impact Plus Twitter account specifically too. I've seen sometimes where we've talked about something and it'll be out there 1 to 3 weeks later. I don't know. It's like, hey, from NWA-TNA number 44. Look at this match. I'm like, wait, you motherfuckers. I know.
Hey, well, not a lot of people now. Some other people are also doing it, but at the time, a lot of this nostalgia wasn't trending.
That's true.
And not to say, but we're one of the only ones putting out some of this old content, so it gets a trend. Like if you look up like NWA-TNA pay-per-views, you're probably going to find one of these reviews pretty quick.
That's it. It's true. It's really true. We come up when you do type it in. Ours do come up. It's like, the Impact Plus, Fandom, Cage Match, and then like our stuff. And then there's another show I don't do in it too, but they're way behind us. I know that. And I don't know if they're still as consistent as they were, but they started off way after us. I don't know what happened to them, but well, you're right. Like we're putting it out. So we're trying to get these guys. The only weird thing is a lot of the old guys, Jay, they don't talk about it enough. Like some guys will chime in, they'll bring it, but a lot of it shocks me that they don't really get into it more. Like, oh man, well, I remember that fucking match, So like, I don't know, it gets me though. You would think they'd
yeah, I mean,
maybe they'll hate it.
No, I mean, nothing to hate. This is the genesis of a lot of their careers, I get like, I tag AJ a lot. I know he's not going to retweet it, right? Like AJ's never going to put it back out. Kaz ain't going to put it out right now. But some of the retired guys like that, like Simon did, obviously, it makes sense. Like he's out of the business and he's feeling nostalgic. But I want to keep doing it because to me, it's one of those things where it's like, I want these guys to know that 20 years later, we're talking about it where we love it. I love watching these shows. I truly, truly love it. And I want them to know that. That's why I want to get Michael Shane to know.
Be on the lookout with the whole 1,000 match thing with Storm. You might start getting into the nostalgia, and maybe we can utilize our buddy Chris Harris to drive that point home.
And you know what? Scott right here. Perfect. He is perfect. He found us doing that. Just that, looking up for old stuff. So thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that.
Let me build a little bit on what you were saying. I have noticed more people in the Discord, even on Twitter, in the comments of the YouTube video saying, oh, I need to catch up. I'm watching the throwback with you guys now.
Please do.
The numbers are, from what I can see, growing a little bit steady, along with the other stuff.
They do great on audio. Like we do the video for this. We do video for everything, but there's audio listeners who blow up the throwback. So if you guys are audio listeners, thank you. But chime in on, if you guys want to get it on Convo, tweet it to us, if anything. I'd love to know what you guys think.
Well, and if you're not watching it, Impact Plus is free for 30 days. It's only $8 a month after that. This gives you a great reason and extra added value to get that app because it gives you something to do every week on top of Impact.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Our buddy Adam's in here under a new Twitter handle, by the way.
There you
Adam,
go.
and Adam,
someone else since episode 11 in the chat.
Yeah, Adam's old school. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad you guys. Murky's there. Episode 11, Murky. I didn't know that. Very cool. Very cool, man.
Nice.
Gary brings up a good point though, Jay. If Storm is at 1,000 almost, what's Sabin at? He's got to be up there too.
He was gone for a bit. He was gone. He was injured. It's up there though. It's up there, but it's probably not close to 1,000. My guess off the top of my head is like 600.
Good guess.
And he went to a few different companies too. He spent some time in Japan. He spent some time in Ring of Honor. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Are we just counting like all the history of his matches underneath, or are we just counting TNA Impact?
They're just going Impact. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then I would have no idea.
Storm's got to be the leader by a decent amount.
He was there a long time, and he was honestly he was healthy the whole time. He never really missed time.
That's true. Storm never got hurt. He really never did get hurt. Maybe not really.
Never for extended periods. It seemed like he was always around. Never missed a pay-per-view. Really, like he was always around.
And they would put him in like small stories. Remember the beer drinking?
Yeah, to keep him going.
Always something. And for that matter, if Eric Young never left, I imagine he'd be right up there too.
He'd be close.
But he wasn't year one. He comes in right about in the next like few months. He's going to.
And then Abyss would have a long run too.
True.
He has a lot of matches, but
Storm has that advantage of being from 02. There was a small roster. He was just on every show at that point. So
yeah. Well, being a tag team specialist too, like you could probably work him twice a night, or you could, you know, like he's got the longevity built in.
No, but thank you to all you guys who found us specifically through throwback looking stuff. We appreciate it. I love that. There's old school fans. Obviously, it's not as popular as the new stuff, but we like to keep it alive. It's one of those things that we're very proud of talking about. We have fun with it. But let's keep going. We got The Gathering is with Scott Hudson. And Scott Hudson. Well, Julio has a very interesting line here. I just want anybody write the line down?
No.
Very interesting line by Julio here, which I was like, yeesh. Anybody? I'm going to put it out to you guys first before I say it.
I did not write it down.
I didn't either.
We're not going to let the new church. We're not going to let the new church continue to rape us.
Oh, he did say that. Yeah.
And then I love Shane Douglas coming in here going, "Hey, wait a minute!" Boom! Just start brawling.
Hey, wait up!
Yeah. Hey, wait a. It's like wait a god dang minute. They just start brawling. New church in there. Everybody's brawling.
Again.
Challenge for later on accepted for a tag match. So that was the lead up there. So I just love it. I was like, "Hey, wait a minute!" Like he was watching off camera. What are you gonna say about it? Hey, you continue. Hey, wait a god dang minute. You're not gonna talk to me. All right, Mark. We're at the ring now. Trinity's
okay.
We're
at the ring.
Take this. This is your birthday present. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Trinity's in the ring. The crowd's oddly silent. She's walking around the ring, flexing on the Francine dress, working it hard. The dress it's hanging on for dear life. I don't even know why she's out there. There's no one else in the ring. She's just kind of walking around.
Who cares?
Yeah. The whole segment right there. There was a point where somebody else came out and I feel like was killing Trinity's pop. Some guy that was with her, but it was bringing Trinity down. You could tell the crowd hated him. They were booing. Totally just running down Trinity. It was Sonny Siaki. He's really terrible. He's wearing a horrible outfit. Screams late 90s, even though this is the early 2000s. Waltzed straight out of Chess King. Showed up at the arena. Like, delivers this really, really rancid promo about how D'Lo's
It was bad. I laughed at this because he calls D'Lo a piggy bank at one point.
He does.
This was a horrible
Mr. Piggy Bank.
It was funny because it was cringy on purpose.
It was corny. Yeah.
I want to pay tribute to the late Dunkin' Donut.
Yeah.
so he eventually, he goes on and on, right? And so the casket's at ringside by the ramp, and he eventually works his way over there. And he's talking shit. And lo and behold, the casket pops open, and it's D'Lo Brown. D'Lo takes it to Sonny, takes it to Trinity, stiffs the hell out of her on a casket shot. Dude, stiffed her bad, so bad I winced. She gets right the hell up and takes another one. Says, "Thank you. Can I have another, please?" So then D'Lo manages to get Trinity into the casket with another really rough throw into the back of the casket.
Just slammed her in.
Gets the upper hand on Siaki, gets his ass in the casket too, shuts it down, gets on top of the casket. And that's your segment right there. Is D'Lo standing tall over Siaki.
Super over.
Trinity in the casket. Yeah, D'Lo.
The best is the guys that brought out the casket. They quickly go over to the casket. One guy at the head of it like peeks in like, "You okay? All right.
You're dead."
I didn't notice that.
That was great. He's like, "All right, let's wheel him out. Get him out of here, boys."
All right, let's go. They only got about 30 seconds of air. Let's go.
Trinity though looks so hot here. I mean, this one, she was
Jiminy Christmas.
Absolutely. Can we please, Garrett, please clips of Trinity. Just let people remember who this was. My God,
how could you forget?
So hot. She looked great. She looked absolutely great. But this is a good feud, though. I like this because this is perfect for. Because Sonny is referring to, he's like, all he wanted was a title. He wanted the title. He never got it. Too bad, piggy bank. You're never going to get it now. And he's basically pulling him down. You never got the big one. It's a good basis. It's like, I fucked you on getting it. I interfered. It's because of me. You don't have it, basically. So, sorry, pal.
Oh, so, and another thing you brought up was like, well, how many times are you going to get a title shot?
Yes.
And how many times are you not going to get it?
I love that. That was good.
It's like, yeah.
Because you let him know, hey, you keep getting shots. You're never going to win, D'Lo. Which, again, we go back. I think he should have taken it at least once. He was too over. Way too over not to get that belt.
He was as over as Siaki was not.
Yeah,
the swing of the pendulum in the crowd.
You guys swing?
Crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
Thank God for Trinity.
Oh. But it helps get Siaki over. I mean, it adds to the Siaki character having Trinity there. It's a little more for him to work with, at least. It's not like he was fading, man, at this point.
This is a waste of Trinity, in my opinion.
It is. I think she had no women to wrestle against at this point. The Kid Cash thing ran its course.
Yeah, but at least she had a prominent role in that. Here, she's really not active.
Well, valets were still a thing back then,
Yeah.
And that's the thing is we don't see a ton of that nowadays. I mean, a couple of companies do it, but it's a little more rare today than it was, a few decades back. So
need some more swingerellas, Jay.
Hey, how about it? Get those swingerellas out, baby.
Swingerellas.
But no, great segment, a lot of fun. D'Lo just crazy, overleg rover, man. Scott Hudson, God, Bill, he has more appearances on this show than Jeff Jarrett. I think Scott Hudson does.
A lot of Scott Hudson, but that's
Hudson.
Not nothing new. That is like we'd go. Oh, there was 8 segments with Goldie tonight, so he's getting that. They love the backstage. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We love Goldie, but
we love Goldie.
Scott Hudson. Although, if there's going to be this much Scott Hudson, this is probably his best episode.
You're right.
Because he's toned down. They neutered him. They clipped a ball.
You're right, though. I agree that he was definitely more. He let the talent go more on this. He set it up and go.
Yeah, because like last week he was putting himself over, and that's I don't need that from Scott.
They might have produced it. They might have said, "Hey, listen, we got to reel this back a little bit. Just kick it to him and go." We go to Hudson's with Daniels and Legend talking about the tag match later on. Just setting that up. Nothing too crazy here. We get to a new church and the Gathering. Great, good action back and forth. Nothing too crazy. It was who was representing New Church here? It was Slash, and it wasn't Brian
Sinn.
Lee. It was Sinn.
Sinn did great here.
Sinn did do great.
So somebody in the chat was basically screaming at us. Can you please talk about Sinn?
I think it was Rex.
we're talking about him. All right.
It was Rex.
Here we are.
All right. Sinn is in the new church. Did you hear me? Sinn is in the new church. Okay,
I think your hat's too tight, Trent.
it must be. Something got into me. I'll put this hat on today.
We're going to go quick through this match. I already know, but just one point for me was that I thought Julio and Punk's did a lot of tandem stuff that looked really good. I think these two are starting to look good together.
They are. Punk is gone
Shortly.
Shortly after this.
Soon.
He's full-time Ring of Honor after this, and then other indies and stuff, but he doesn't stick around too long in TNA. He gets maybe maybe a year's worth out of it, but it's about it. But I don't know.
Can I say how good DiNero worked in this match?
Right.
And that's the thing is, I don't know DiNero from anywhere but what we're doing here.
He was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were watching
DiNero.
WCW.
Yeah, were you watching? Well, he was great in ECW. I mean, I shouldn't say he was great in ECW, but he was a part of that youth movement they were trying towards the end, right, Bill? They were really trying to kick him up, but then they just died down. But he was part of that whole. Wasn't he feuding with Kid Cash? I want to say it was like Cash versus DiNero. It was like a whole thing, like money versus money.
I think that is one of the few ones I remember him being in feud-wise.
And then it was Chris Hamrick. Remember that? It was Confederate Currency, Chris Hamrick, Julio DiNero.
I remember that.
Remember that? And then Kid Cash was like this.
You know what? I haven't hit this, but you're saying it. I don't even know what's going to happen when I hit this anymore.
Go ahead.
It's been so long. Let's see what happens. Hold on.
What do we got? Which one's a mystery bite?
We came here for a lot of money.
Hey, it's been a while. It's been a while. He leaves the money one in. K-Lon leaves the money one in, but he takes Willie Mack out.
Willie Mack, the Right Now, and the Howdy Ho are like the two we need back.
I love Howdy Ho, brother. I love that clip to this day. I don't know why that left.
And Howdy Ho was only there for a month, and we used it all the time.
Barely got anything out of Howdy Ho, but no, I mean full. I wrote down full action. It literally total nonstop action, right? Just back and forth. Franchise gets involved. He interferes.
The old chain on the hand.
Chain on the hand. He interferes. New Church wins, and then this begins more of that haircut tease, right? You got he pulls out the scissors, the old grade school scissors, and he's got them.
The safety scissors.
And
and they did have that in the opening segment too.
That's right.
But real briefly, it was like.
But he cuts little clips of Alexis's hair.
He took it pretty easy on her. I mean, he could have. He could have. I mean, she had long hair. He could have went nuts.
Alexis like that.
He took these little 1 inch, not even segments, and just kind of tossed them up, and he had that weird look on his face, I'm really doing a thing here, I guess.
But I'll tell you what, it's can I just say how awesome Mickey was here, though? She was fantastic here, man. She was screaming and full energy. Fuck you. And she hit that spinning DDT.
Oh, that was glorious.
Oh,
that was great.
I think she's on the rope. She looks at Slash and go, look at me. Fuck you. She jumps. I'm like, wow. This lady's a mother now, for God's sake.
She put in the work in that mixed 6-man, too.
Jeez.
The women back then took a fucking drubbing. Bad. They got beat the shit up.
I could see why Vince hired her right after this. As he he had no women like her.
She's a warrior.
Right.
Absolute warrior.
They probably looked at her oh, get her. She's she's nuts. She's great. So
well, at this point, she's what, 4 years in, I think she was at this point.
I would say, yeah. Yeah, she was about 4 years in, and she was working indies in the Midwest, and Virginia and a little bit of that mid-Atlantic area, but a lot of Midwest. She worked a lot of Midwest states. And but man, she was just on fire, though. I guess I could see why they threw a shit ton of money at her and turned her into what she became. What was her? Was she Mickey James up there too? I forgot what she. Yeah, she was Mickey James up there. So I can see why they did it, man. She's a very, very talented wrestler. Tiny, a small little thing though, but she can go. Mrs. Nick Aldis now too, by the way. Totally random. She's the the wife of the NWA champion,
Mr. Personality himself.
Mr. Personality,
Mrs. Magnus.
The wrong one went in front of that train.
Oh, come on. She's a sweetheart, though. When you meet her, she's a total sweetheart. Very, very nice to everybody. All right, so where are we at here? We go to a sit down. Watson TNA. This is interesting because I wrote down. Let me get you guys' thoughts on this. We've been talking about how it's like you got Don, you got Watts. Who's doing what here? But this kind of clarified, huh, Bill? Like he basically says, "I'm NWA. I'm the director of authority in the NWA, which is the governing party, and TNA, who Don is a management consultant for, is a agent of the NWA. Basically, they're the promoter of the main
yes, for
parent
us,
company.
That can help clear things up.
Mm-hmm.
For the casual viewer,
absolutely not.
I think this is lost to them. This is like, what am I watching? What is he talking about? That's just that's like global force TNA Impact, not a conversation you want to really have. So I don't know. I don't know about this. This segment. I get it that you have two authority figures you brought in within like a week of each other. Mm-hmm. So, okay. But this sit down interview, I don't know if it really like for us, because we kind of know what's going on. Yeah. Okay. It clears it up a little bit, but for everybody else, it's like, I don't know about that. I think they're probably more confused after.
Yeah. I think you're right. Cause it was such a roundabout way to get to it. You're just like
it was. It wasn't direct.
Well, yeah,
we needed the whiteboard again.
And he also said at the end something about there's only room for two like guys with egos like me and Russo, and there's no more room for Russo here. He said something like that. He ended it with the whole like me versus Russo kind of thing.
Yeah. That was the whole thing. It was a very roundabout way to tell you that the NWA is the parent company. It's the main guy, and TNA is an agent that is basically licensing the belt from them and the lineage and whatnot. And
future of NWA right there.
Yeah. So it's interesting, but you're right, Bill. If you're a casual, forget it. You're lost. You're lost.
But they were getting people were spending money. They were buying this on pay-per-view. So
you're hardcore.
They may have been going more of their audience there.
They
were. I'm looking at it today, like more trying to get viewers. So that probably isn't as important.
Yeah. Well, this story isn't a primary story either. It's more of a secondary story as it is. But long sit down though. Am I crazy? It was too long.
It was agreed too long.
Yeah.
Chat's having a blast though right now talking about this segment.
Well, they're talking about Adam over here. Buddy Adam brought up how Mickey James posed for Naughty Neighbors back at one point, and he's like, "Anybody remember that?" And some of us sure do remember that. That happened.
Howdy ho, neighbor.
Howdy ho,
next time you ask, I will say yes.
Yeah, it's kind of hidden. Like they don't, that never gets put out there, but she did pose at one point.
Interesting.
So it's out there. It's out there. Maybe just search on that incognito mode, Mark, when you're later on. Hello.
Later on. I'll just mute myself.
He is muted, actually. We go to AJ and Russo. They're at the pool. Vince is tanning in the dark
at night. My wife was in the room, and I was like, "Look at the TV. Do you notice anything?" And she knows it's wrestling. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's nighttime, and he's tanning." She's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Oh, and even better than that, Styles is talking. He's the closest to the camera guy, and all of a sudden, Vince reaches back and he's scratching his balls.
How do you see that? Wait, what? I missed that.
His hand is like all the way in there. He's just going to town, man.
Remember that when we have him on. Hopefully next week. Remember that.
Oh,
I wish he could have been here tonight. This segment.
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. Little too much information for me, but that's okay.
That looks like a different show. What show was that?
That was us. That was some early days, man. But Jesus Christ, that was
I laughed so hard because Styles is looking right into the camera. He doesn't see what's going on right next to him, behind him.
Yeah,
so.
He does and then Styles has a spiral tap into the pool. He's like, I'm working on this new move, which it's not new. He does it on the first pay-per-view. It's like when's the Exhibition title, I believe.
It's in his video.
Right.
Slow motion.
That's what I'm saying. It's not he's acting like it's a new move, but
well, maybe it's more because when he hits the water, it almost feels like it's supposed to be like a splash instead of just like a splash landing. You know what I mean? I don't mean splash in the pool. I mean like a wrestling splash. I don't know.
Good thing there was water in the pool.
Yeah, there's water in the pool. But no, I mean it's a goofy little segment. Basically, they're saying they're not gonna waste their time with the show. We're on vacation. We're good. But he drops a little Easter egg here. He tells the cameraman, "Come over. That's not what I hired you for." Let him know it's a paid cameraman by AJ Styles, which plays into later. So I'm just putting that out there. Potentially plays in later. Maybe I'm stretching this. I don't know. but
this was the best angle of the episode, I thought.
Oh, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Man, we're almost to the end here. This one flew by today, huh, boys? This one's really going. This thing,
a lot of prolonged segments.
Why? Also, I'm shocked that we're towards the end. Where with me going off on tangents as I have today, crazy. But Daniels and Legend taking on Jeff Jarrett and Eric Watts. Nothing crazy, but let me start with Bill. The pacing was it was a good worked match. It was good.
I dare say Eric Watts' best match in the promotion.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I also enjoyed this match. I will even give props to Jeff Jarrett, where he's brawling on the outside and Legend walks by and he's brawling with Daniels and he stops to eye gouge Legend and then goes back to hitting Daniels.
That's the thing about Jarrett. He's a great worker. I'm never gonna say Jeff Jarrett is not a great A to B guy. Yeah. He knows how to. He's a good psychological worker. He's not bad. I mean, take your personal shit out. Take the personal feelings aside. The guy can put together a match. There's no question about it.
Yeah,
I'll never take that away from him.
I don't think we ever question his ability.
Yeah, and I think some people end up doing it.
Superman.
Yeah. The booking decisions for sure. Some of his behavior outside of the ring, for sure. But this match exemplifies what a solid A to B guy he is.
He's well worked by everyone.
It's true. It's very true. And but you're right. Yeah, that's a great call up, Bill. It was probably Watts' best, and it was probably, one of Legend's best to the date at this point. Just the energy was good. It was a good paced match. We get so JJ and Watts win. They get the win on this. Was it Watts who made the pin? I'm trying to remember who made the pin on.
No, JJ was Legend with tights.
Yeah,
with the tights.
Roll up action.
Tights, yeah.
Got it. The post match is where it's all at here, though. All right, so J-Bone, I'll let you set the post match up here.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah, set this up.
So they're trying to break up the post stuff going on here. Mm-hmm. We got black security in there. We got red security in there, and they start clashing. And then they start brawling. They started rolling around. They're just pounding the shit out of each other, and the crowd went nuts.
Well, the setup is great because the black shirt's in there breaking this up, and the one guy shoves off red. He shoves off Northcutt. He's like
Northcutt, yep.
But it blows my mind. Northcutt didn't blow up later on. The guy's he looks at him like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Who the fuck? And he spears him, right? He spears this kid out of his boots.
It's a fucking great spear too.
Dude, I was like, how did this guy not blow up? He's got such a good look. And dude, he beats them up. Jerry Lynn comes in, starts beating them up. Callis is out there waving his fucking hands around.
Yeah.
But this was great. Now, Bill, I'm gonna let you take this. Who comes in out of nowhere here at this point? Who sneaks into the ring when all this is going on here?
Well,
Freddie
and Jason.
They handcuffed Watts first.
Okay, yeah,
to get him out of the picture.
Important.
And then,
that's important. Yeah.
Okay, Watts handcuffed. Now then, Bill, set this up.
Well. Do Freddie and who handcuffs him? Isn't it that don't they handcuff him? Freddie and Jason?
Yes.
Yeah, they handcuff him.
They handcuff Watts.
They
Then
do
they go
that.
into the ring.
Yes.
You killed the whole lead up here, J-Bo.
I'm sorry. I didn't want him to miss the handcuffing.
He was going to get to the handcuffing.
I'm sorry.
The whole gimmick, the build.
The headband. It's Bravo's right. The headband's on too tight.
I'm going to rewind.
If you're not watching Throwback, you should start.
I'm going to rewind here. Okay, Bill. Bill, after this, now who comes in the ring? I'll let you set this up, Bill. Who comes into the ring here?
Well, you get Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees come into the ring.
Full character.
Well, they don't go in the ring yet, but they handcuff Watts to the railing. Then Jason, he gets Jared with a Styles clash, and it was AJ Styles. I'm like, yeah, this Jason, he knows his moves, but it is AJ Styles.
Well, TNA at this point, it's like, wait a minute, we know who this is.
and then we get the reveal of Freddie as Vince Russo. How you doing?
It was great. He takes the mask off, Bill, and he's they were out there the whole time.
Yes,
he was out there because he's sweating buckets. He's drenched.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
He was drenched with that mask. Are
we switching gimmicks?
No, let's not switch gimmicks. I don't got a mask handy here.
All right, neither.
But he takes it off, and the big puffy hair is flat because he's been under that mask for 2 hours.
Sweating buckets.
Oh my god,
drenched.
The only thing that was a little tell during the whole thing was that they were behind, like they were always getting in the commentator's shot.
Yeah,
and it's like other than the random kids at times that sneak their way in, you don't see the same person behind the shot in how they do it, because that's like a thoroughfare there at the asylum. So they don't let anybody stand around. It's not like the current ways of doing things, but here they let these guys stand there the whole time because they were in every Don and TNA shot during the show.
Well, they do let people come up when during those shots, right? To clap and hey.
Well, usually a couple kids, but just for one. They're not there every time.
Mm-hmm.
Then they can go on your way. If you happen to be walking there when we're doing it, you can stop and cheer. But you gotta be on your way. You gotta go over there.
But I'll tell you what, it didn't register for me that it was some. I was like, a bunch of goofs in the asylum, a bunch of goddamn rednecks with their. I'm like, is it Halloween? But I'm like, oh, it's August. But
very random.
But look, you got the heel section guys, you got the juggalos. I'm thinking, well, it's just two guys goofing around.
Yeah, and the heel section is going like all in. They made their shirts. They're putting themselves way over right now.
I'm telling
signage is becoming a contest at this point.
Yeah, no shit.
Like my favorite one of the night was Jeff Jarrett likes to talk about men's asses a lot. That was my favorite sign of the whole night.
I missed that one.
I had to pause it and slow motion it in order to catch it. It was when he was brawling with Legend in the alley that leads to the ring, like right before Backstage. It's huge too, and the guy's only right behind Jarrett, so it's like directly behind him. Yeah.
My favorite sign to this date, I want to say it was a Nitro probably. There was a guy who had a big sign that said "idiot," and he cut a circle. He cut the O, and he put his head in it, and he's just in the crowd doing this. And it was like, just idiot. I'm like, this is the greatest sign of all time. It's the best fucking wrestling sign ever. Great. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't see that one though, Mark. But it was, so they attack him. They take out Jarrett. Clash. AJ and Russo. Table beat down. The whole table's getting involved. And then they drag Jarrett to the hearse and they throw him in the hearse. And he's been abducted. He's officially abducted.
Bye.
But so this one, unlike the Samoa Joe one, will be explained. I'm sure the abduction angle. This one will be explained at some point. but interesting. Just a lot going on in this segment. I go back to red shirt security. I feel like Kevin Northcutt, unless he pissed somebody off. Oh man! Oh wait a minute, we got a reveal here. Our buddy Adam was a contributing writer to the site. Well, Adam, patch him in right now. I need to hear about this. Adam, if you have a minute, I want you to come on after we finish talking about it. One more match to talk about. I want to hear about this.
Michigan represent.
I want the inside scoop on these bastards because they used to come in Chicago. They were invading. They were like fucking NWO, just recruiting members all over the place.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying here. Is that's where like they have the fully gimmick. Before it was the random sign, things like that. They're fully gimmicked now.
I'm telling you, they're a brand.
They are a brand here.
I think they were Midwest guys who would take the drive, and I want to hear it from Adam now. I got Adam. Get your ass on the show over here.
Adam, hit me up. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, get on here. You've been meaning to get on Throwback anyway. This is your shot, kid. I'm gonna put you over right now. But we get a teaser here. We get a video teaser for a surprise coming up. I'll let who hates the graphics more, Bill or Mark? I'm curious.
I missed this because I was cooking dinner, so I'm gonna hand it to Bill.
Bill, we get a great graph. I'm talking.
Oh man,
top notch, JB.
Just
he is coming. He is coming. Well, this is one of my all-time favorite guys. He's coming, and you do get the music, which is it's Roddy Piper's coming back.
Oh,
the music gives it away, but the graphic is like.
Yeah, I did hear the music.
Piper.
It's very Sting. It's very Sting.
Oh, okay.
Like it's awful.
And by awful, you mean fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
Clearly.
That was that. Just a quick thing. So, I mean, random because Piper hasn't been there in a year. You know, he was there early. I think he was there on show 11, I want to say.
Yeah. So
my God.
The infamous.
Says, oops. No.
Oh, Patreon exclusive.
There you go.
But he, keep in mind, Russo just talked about in his podcast the other day too, the Rowdy segment with him where he shoots and they're going at it, 100% shoot. Vince said that episode where Rowdy randomly shows up, he's like, I was outside and I hear the bagpipes and I'm like, holy shit, like what the hell? And then he hears Rowdy calling him out or talking shit about him. That's when if you remember that segment, Russo runs in. And Jay, I think it was only you and I doing it at the time, the throwback. When Russo comes in and Piper turns around, he's right there, and they're jawing that back and forth, and Harris brothers get involved. I mean, it's tense.
Oh, they were getting shooty, yeah, because it was a lot of stuff. Piper was bringing up stuff about Owen.
Yeah, Vince said that was 100% shoot. He goes, Jarrett worked everybody, and nobody told me he was coming, and then he goes off on all that stuff, and I just got in the ring. So he's like, it's you guys haven't seen that. Highly recommend it. Go watch that Piper moment, his debut in TNA. It's a little tough to watch, but at the same time, it's very interesting. It's extremely, it's a shoot.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Murky there says, Piper was angry as hell. Yeah, he was. He really was.
Yeah, he was definitely very pissed off at that moment. So go check that out, guys. We get Dusty Rhodes backstage. Mark, he challenges Glen Gilberti for next week. Dusty Rhodes.
I was still in and out here, but I did notice that they upgraded us from a phone call, and I wanted to mention that from last week. So this was clearly better than it. Yeah, even though I couldn't really hear it because I had it on an iPad in the corner of the kitchen, I could tell it was a step up in quality for sure.
Yep. All right, we got
freaking phone.
We're at the Gauntlet now. Here's the Gauntlet. 13 guys. So, Jay, you had the names of the guys. Why don't you run the names down real quick? One more time. Remind everybody we got.
All right. So, I'll even do it in order that they came out here. We got Kit Cash, Truth, Christopher Daniels, BG James, Siaki, and then they play the music for Jarrett, but he doesn't come out. And then Siaki says something like smart ass in the ring or says
it's a mic in the middle of a gauntlet match.
Yeah, no, I was like, he totally improv that. There, you could tell it was not part of the deal.
It was great. D'Lo Brown, Abyss, Sandman. Oh, the Abyss.
The Abyss at the time.
Yeah.
And he came out to the music, which becomes his music at that point.
Huge pop for Sandman. Huge pop for
Sandman. Yeah, you're right. Good point.
Yeah, he even looked like he lost a few pounds here because he had been gone for a bit. Legend comes out. Conan, Shane Douglas, and then Surprise, surprise. Look who's back.
This was great.
Raven. Oh my God.
Like Lazarus.
You missed Mad Mikey in there.
Mad Mikey.
Oh, yeah.
Mad Mikey, Judge.
Oh, he showed up. It was like right in the middle. He showed up right before D'Lo Brown, I think it was. Because D'Lo Brown ends up
Gauntlet.
Oh, and
It was great.
He's bouncing all over the fucking table, having to fit, and he's like making Don West and Mike Tenay lose their minds because they're like, somebody get him out. All the refs are just like, helping escort the ones that were thrown over the top rope. Oh, okay, you go this way, while absolute chaos is going on at the announce desk.
Oh,
it's a majority of it's audible while they're they can't even we can't even call the match. Yeah. It's hilarious.
We're supposed to call a match with this guy doing us out here like it was awesome.
So funny.
No, it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Mad Mikey, just classic. This is so underrated for him.
Well,
and he's dead a few years later. So
would we say 11 appearances?
You're up to at least half of that now, right?
At least, yeah. What a shame, man. These have been great. I think he could have had a pretty bright short run here, probably.
Would have been fun.
Yeah.
He came out though wearing a Stevie C5, C6, C7 t-shirt, and it said on the back, I just broke my neck. Is that Stevie Richards? I think Stevie Richards, broke his neck. I think this was a Stevie Richards t-shirt. Bill, I'm going to put you on that one, Bill.
I think it is.
It says Stevie C5, C6, C7. So obviously the neck bones, right? And it's on the back. It said, I just broke my neck. And I'm like, this has to be a Stevie Richards t-shirt.
Huh.
It was so interesting. I was like, huh. So
what year is this? Where was Stevie Richards at this time? 2003?
He's up north. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
He's
working on Heat Sunday nights.
I think so. This is after that, right? The censor thing was all over, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Wikipedia this. I'm curious if this is his. If he broke his neck around this time.
Herniated discs in his C5, C6, and C7 vertebrae.
There you go.
I knew it was Stevie Richards.
Nice, Trent. Good eye.
Yeah. I was like, huh, I wonder if that is him. What year was that? Around this year then, Bill? 2003?
03.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. See, man, I don't know if he custom that job or if that was out there.
I don't know. But my call out though was I wasn't a fan that some guys doing double duty on this. And I think that goes back to what was said earlier in the show was that once everybody who showed up to work that day because you got everybody in on this. But it was like I just saw Legend. I just saw Shane. I just saw all these guys within the last half hour.
It's extra padding in a match that's already long in format.
Yeah.
Although this match was not that long in length. Like I looked at the clock and I was like, man, they're not going to have a lot of time for this gauntlet, but they really kind of hurried through it.
Yeah, it had a good pace. It was only the total show was 114 minutes. Didn't hit the full 2 hours.
That's been the case lately, hasn't it? Every episode we've been coming up short.
I'm wondering if they're cutting certain things out, like ads, like ads for upcoming things or merch, like merch commercials. I'm trying to remember if they had merch commercials. I think they did. I'm thinking those were being cut out.
A lot shorter and less of the girls in the cages. There's only one girl tonight.
Right.
Sporting a popular TNA American flag logo shirt.
That was a hot
This
seller.
was the start of it. This was the start of that logo.
Mm-hmm. That summer they started selling it around July and stuff. And then that stuck around for a bit too. And they
that was there for years. I was there for a couple of years.
They reissued it.
I might even have that shirt somewhere.
Maybe. They ended up putting out a British one too. There was a British one. There was a Mexican one for when they started bringing the Mexican guys in. I got this. I got the Drip logo. Remember this one? This was the
wait. There's only one Drip logo.
Oh no! This is the Drip logo.
Trent's favorite shirt is the Drip logo.
I like that.
All right, moving on. Trent's favorite shirt is the Drip logo.
But J-Mo, you're on mute.
Hey, wait.
We can't hear you.
Where's your bell?
Sorry, I was
going to ask you guys.
It lasted one show.
Does the
No, not on the throwbacks. It's only for the reviews.
I was gonna say, does the bell come? Because we've been really goofy. I mean, I've been goofy enough on this show, but just because you asked for it.
Throwback is evolving into its own kind of goofy, though. It has a different vibe than the goofiness of Tuesday.
Tuesday, we gotta be on. You know,
because these shows are goofy.
Everybody's watching. Everybody's watching us on Tuesday. You know, Impact's watching us. They're literally in the room watching us on Tuesday, making sure you bastards doing a good job.
Throwback is where it's at. Tell your friends, tell your family, hide your children.
This is a party. This is a party. Great plug there, Mark. All right, so the bell made an appearance.
You shove that bell up.
No, I like the bell, man. The bell's a great gimmick. Wait till next week.
You, Bell.
I got a great gimmick to pull out next week. I can give you a preview of what I was thinking about next week, but actually I'll save it for next week. I got another gimmick, but just because you asked, Mark, here's one more. All right, anyway, let's get rid of that for now.
I did invite that.
Good for you.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. The last elimination was great though. Raven Pin's franchise. DDT's and he's out. It was great. And it was a huge pop because people were waiting for Raven to finally get a little bit of a one up. And obviously you protect franchiser because it's a double duty. It's in a gauntlet. Raven didn't beat him. He didn't beat me one-on-one. You know, I had to go through 13 guys. You know, there's 13 people in here. It's like you didn't get me fully, Raven. You know, whatever. Total heel. He's gonna pull it off. You didn't really get me. You know, it was a gauntlet. I'd already wrestled earlier. You know, whatever. So I like it. You give Raven a little bit because you can't keep having him get beat down. He got a little bit of an edge on this one. And it keeps it alive. Now, Jay, we got a little meat on the bone with the Raven franchise feud now. Meat on the J bone.
Yes.
It's a meaty bone.
But that was it. We went off the air with that. That's the end. There was no post match angle. It was a clean Raven gets the win. Boom, done.
Yeah, because the last two was an act. They turned it into an actual match, which was confusing at first because as soon as they were in transition of doing that, Raven put franchise and himself over the top rope and they hit the floor simultaneously. So I was like, oh God, now what? Oh wait, that doesn't count. We're just doing regular match stuff here. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So that's that was it though. That we ended with that. A lot of action on this show.
Can we say like how it was like at least 4 or 5 eliminations, I believe, that Abyss had.
Really?
In this match. Yeah, he went to town. He really did.
It's a way to strengthen him up a little bit. You know, you need something with Abyss here.
He looked great.
I was a little surprised at how easily he was eliminated, though. Raven just kind of tossed him out.
Yeah.
And it was like, after such a big showing, it was like, damn.
Today said that too. He's like, oh, he just threw a 300-pound guy over.
But I mean, it was just a kind of a simple, like the normal over the top rope push.
It's always the thing though, with like any of those Royal Rumbles, they always have like the one guy does like the multiple eliminations. He gets taken out easily because he's winded, he's tired, and somebody capitalizes and they just a couple guys roll him out.
Yeah, he's still already over from putting so many people out.
That's the thing.
I have to put him over.
You don't have to put him over, brother, but he's already over at that point. So that's it. You know, that's he wasn't going to get hurt by being eliminated. We all know he wasn't going to win. He's definitely not. But interesting, Raven #1 contender now, back in the contendership, which again now kills me that how do you not put the belt on him at all?
Don't know. Frustrating. It was frustrating last time. It's going to be frustrating again.
People are so into Raven. He is the most over guy.
Him and Dila.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing about Abyss. He put Kid Cash. I think that was his first elimination, or second. And Tanae and oh my God, Don West. They were like, oh my God, he got rid of Kid Cash because they were like, Kid Cash was using them.
That's interesting, man. I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
I did not catch that at all. Huh? So there's your setup, right? You got stories that come out of stuff like this. I thought we were friends. What are you doing?
Great. Yeah.
Well, they used this gauntlet to set up a bunch of stories. We got about 4 storylines coming out of this by my count.
Which, if you're smart, that's how you book a battle royale. You know, you set it up that way to you branch a shit ton of stories off that. But
to tie it back.
Yeah,
that's how another company does it every January.
Yeah, but that's it, guys. You know? That's number 59, NWA-TNA, an action-packed episode, full of stuff. I feel like this one flew by though. It just was like our review flew by. I mean, it was just like boom, just stuff flowing. This is a great flow for a wrestling show.
I don't feel like we talked enough about Trinity.
No, we'll do it.
We're going to do a special on Saturday morning. Trent and Mark talk Trinity is what
talk
that goes
Trinity's dress, the wardrobe of Trinity. So yeah, we should do that. Oh my god, good lord,
man! Yes, I look
forward to sponsor for that.
I don't know, man.
Francine's podcast.
Adam and Eve,
Queen of Extreme, or whatever her podcast is called.
So fine.
Man,
good stuff. Hey, take it easy. Cut his mic.
This was a great show. If you've joined us recently, welcome. If you still haven't, it's a great time to get on board. The promotion's really in a stride right now. Every episode is good. There's not too much Jeff Jarrett, so get in while the getting's good. Before there is too much Jeff Jarrett again. So I would say right now is a great time to hop in.
Hey, who knows? Maybe next week you might find out who booked this.
Hey, wait a minute.
We have a big mystery coming up too with the Raven mystery arm
reveal,
and the Hangman. Like, there's a bunch of stories coming out of the Gauntlet.
That's the thing. Now, here's the thing. Did you think you were going to get that answer?
I thought
that was the opening segment.
I thought so.
And you didn't get it.
No
payoff.
What's that? 4 weeks total now? 3 with the arm, and then 1 of just like a tease, right? So
you start with an opening segment like that, you think you're getting it that episode.
Well, you had the arm, you had the body bag, you had one more. I can't remember. Oh, the cloth
under the ring,
under the ring. Then the room.
The room where it was 10 feet tall.
Yeah. The 4 total.
And then now today, that's a lot. That's a lot of tease.
We're coming into over a month now, so if we get it, let's just say we get it next.
The audience is getting blue.
Yeah, it's a little long to stretch a masked guy out.
I will say this: tonight's Hangman scene was fantastic. We probably should have got the reveal tonight. Bill's right to call that out. We probably should have got it tonight because it was such a strong opening too. They did such a great job with it, but I don't know. Maybe we get it next week. I still go with my guess of Vampiro. So
we'll see where it goes. The guy, he's a taller guy, so we'll see where it goes, guys. But that's it. 59, 60s next week. Hopefully, like I said, we're gonna try to reschedule Russo to be on, talk for a few minutes about this and just about the brand and everything he's doing. Like I said, he just had to pull out because he said he literally said, "Bro, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, bro. Cooked like a summer sausage." Cooked. He didn't say summer sausage part, but he's cooked. But
you threw in the Russo sausage part.
I did, but I'll tell you as what I am I'm a subscriber to his brand podcast. I highly recommend it. It is such great content on there. You got the Beautiful People podcast that just started on there, and for that alone, it's worth the $3. It's great. It's Bill. Are you a Beautiful People fan? Velvet and Angelina? I'm just checking now.
I thought they were on Conrad's.
Beautiful People fan.
I'm just checking because Alicia's not.
My favorite Knockouts tag team of all time.
Oh, check it.
Until the Fire and the Flavor. They're going to have.
Yeah.
But the Beautiful People there, that must see.
I got to tell you though, I think you should get on a sub on their show's great. It is. They're on episode 3 today, and it's fantastic.
I thought they were on Conrad Thompson's thing.
No, they're on Russo's.
Not Russo's.
Yeah, Russo's got
their brand.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Russo's got Shane Douglas. He's got the Beautiful People. He's got Goldie, Stevie Ray, Disco,
Francine,
Tom Pritchard, Tom Pritchard, Dutchman. There's Dutch. No, Just Incredible.
Shane Douglas part of that
too? Shane, franchise on there.
Franchise.
Just Incredible. He's got Dutch. Dutch is on there talking old. No, I'm sorry, not Dutch. Oh my God, Kevin Sullivan talking WCW. No, Dutch is on there too.
Yeah, well, Dutch has heat with us right now.
Does he? What did he do? What happened?
Well, didn't he recently come out and say he was he took credit for everything in TNA?
Really?
And how like they're like nothing now. I thought he was bad mouthing.
Hey, Dutch, come on. But I gotta say,
Jerry Lynn us, but it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn.
Me and Jerry Lynn got into a little bit today on Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw that today, but I was I put up a tweet and I said, hey, if you in your home own a sign that says "Live, Laugh, and Love" or "But First Coffee," you need to explain yourself. And Gerald chimes in and goes, "Well, if you have both, that does not explain itself." And I said, "Well played, Gerald. Well played." And he was like, "Shit, Jerry Lynn's got both of those goddamn signs in his house." I got some heat from that tweet today. Got a little heat today. Danny Daniels even hit me up today.
I have neither of those signs in my house, and I'm married with kids. I have neither of those.
For throwback, can I share something with you guys? I'm going to show something I got. I met up with Danny Daniels last night for dinner. Can I show you guys something? It's TNA related.
Sure.
I'm gonna cut the camera for just 1 second and grab something. So hang tight. Talk amongst yourselves.
I mean, the better question is, can we stop him? That's the real question.
I think I know what he's doing.
This is the good stuff.
Oh, that's about to be me, baby. Yeah, we got to end this show, man. The treehouse is right there. I can see it. It's like 10 feet away.
While we're doing that, since we were talking about the brand, how about that?
I did. Yes.
I haven't seen it. I just brought the tweet up.
She's been very vocal about Dixie, and she talks about it. And I got that episode queued up to listen to. She shot it a little bit last week. I think she goes into it more this week. So,
oh boy.
Okay, so check this out. This is TNA related. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna tweet this out tomorrow as well, and tag some people in this. Danny Daniels, one of my best friends, owner of AAW Pro Wrestling. We met up for dinner. He gave me a gift. He's like, I got some posters for you. He gave me a poster of Windy City Classic, which was Penta and Phoenix. My first AAW show as officially part of the crew. Gave me an old program. And then he gave me this. Look at this. TNA poster. Okay. And the show is from the Streamwood Park District in Streamwood, Illinois. On this show,
nice.
Look at this. Look who's on it. Abyss versus TBA, which I texted Dan. I go, who was TBA? Who ended up being TBA here? But the Dream Team, who's the Dream Team again? That is Hardcore Craig and Corporal Robinson, some local guys around here. Taking on
Team Canada.
Team Canada. You see this?
Yep.
Look at the coach right there.
Young Scott D'Amore.
Yep. Look at
Motor
the
City. Is that Motor City Machine Guns?
Wow.
Shelley versus Sabin. Yeah.
Shelley versus Sabin for the Midwest. You guys look. It's a Midwest X Division title.
And there we go.
Oh, whoa.
True fan. Skull was there.
He was there. He worked.
Who was TBA?
Brian, who was TBA? Do you remember who fought Abyss? And look at this. Danny Daniels taking on Ryan Boz, who's also an official at AAW now. He's one of our on the management side for the NWA Heartland States title. Nice. Look at the other names appearing on this though. Look at this. Now.
It's hard to read.
It's really hard to read.
Just read them off.
There's a name on here. Carl the Machine Gun Anderson taking on Eric Priest.
Wow.
Immediately text Dan. I go, wait a minute. Machine Gun. I said, we always talk about how he's like, we never heard about him. Nobody knew who Carl on the Indies. He was a nobody. Like nobody knew it in the domestic Indies until he went to Japan. And he's like, yeah, he was real under the radar. Carl Anderson.
Wow.
2012 G1 finalist Carl Anderson.
That's the one.
Is there any other?
That's crazy.
Jason Dykes versus Jason Strife. The Mississippi Madman versus two opponents to be announced. He just passed away last week. Mississippi Madman. The Latin sensation Esteban Molina and Ricky Thomas taking on Marco Cordova, Jason Rain, and Michael Starr. And Pepper Parks. Bill, you know what Pepper Parks is.
Braxton Sutter.
Yeah. Braxton Sutter. Taking on Adrian Lynch. I mean, what a gem.
The Blade.
This is incredible. Yeah. I was like, NWA Midwest. It was a thing. And this is just unbelievable. Like the people on here. The one, like I said, the one that caught my eye the most was Carl Anderson because you never heard of this. And this is 2000. Oh shit! When this was probably gotta be 2004. Abyss is in this gimmick, Bill. When will this be? By 2005. 5, maybe.
It's hard to see.
Yeah,
Hard to
maybe.
We got Team
Yeah.
Canada in there, and that's
The
when they
biggest
were
one.
on TV. So yeah, it's got to be 2005-ish.
Maybe 05. Brian, if you're still in the chat, let us know. What year was this? Was it 05, 06? Because you're right. Yeah, you're right, Jay. You got DiNero and
Motor
Tyson
City
Duke.
Machine Guns.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. How about
Oh wait,
that?
hold on. This is breaking news right here.
Von Biles. I like that.
What do we
Yeah.
got? What's the breaking news? I made Machine Gun a hot dog. He said I make a good.
Not
Brian.
that hot dog.
Oh
Brian,
my God!
I'm gonna tweet this photo out tomorrow. I want you to respond to the tweet, please. With this, I want Anderson to jump in. Please respond to this tomorrow.
I mean, Machine Gun hot dog. He said I make a good hot dog.
He lives right near where this took place. Like he's still right in the area, so that's Streamwood's right down the street from. That's fantastic.
That's hilarious.
That's phenomenal. You never told me that, you son of a bitch. That's a great.
Yeah, you never told me about your Machine Gun Carl Anderson 2012 G1 finalist hot dog
Come
story.
back, man.
Bring me fresh meat.
Carl Anderson's hot dog.
But I had to share that. I got it last night from Danny Daniels, and I was like, "Holy crap! Thank you very much." So,
well, hardy ho.
well,
put up-
howdy ho, brother. So that was
Put up Von Biles' comment real quick too, just because I think that's related to this show and the current product. And Trent will pop for it.
James Storm has been announced as DLC. Oh, is that
Nice.
Retromania?
Yeah, that comes out tomorrow. That game comes out tomorrow.
And so
Yeah.
has Mr. Hughes, who trained Kiera Hogan.
What's this going to be on? Is this on? It's on the
It's
phone. Or what?
Steam. It's a Steam game, I think.
What's Steam?
But it's
Yeah.
also being made for like the Switch and the video games.
Oh, it is nice.
Oh,
Okay,
it
so
is.
I'll get it on Switch then. So Steam is like PC platform.
I'm sure they'll be playing it on
Steam
the
box.
Switch.
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably check it out tomorrow. So there are several Impact talents, but James Storm being announced as DLC is like one more reason to check it out. So I'll probably check this out tomorrow, I think.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm glad I got to share that. That's a nice little get, huh? A nice little piece of
That's very cool.
that's in the vault.
Hey,
man.
and we found out that Skull made a hot dog for Machine Gun Anderson, the
You know,
2012 G1 superstar.
This is
Tournament finalist.
well, he's saying it was Kidman. It had to be showed Billy Kidman on there. That was when I made him the hot dog because I remember my hand was broken.
So
All right,
maybe
so
Billy Kidman was TBA.
was he TBA? Because
Oh,
Danny
man,
had
it's a
responded
pretty
to me.
big name back then.
Is that the same Billy Kidman that whipped Hulk Hogan's ass?
Same one, man.
Oh,
The one and
wow.
only. The one and only.
Mr. Mr. 1999 made jorts famous before Cena.
Hey, I made
The
him
original Shooting Star Press.
Famous. I made him famous in
Well,
1995. Let me just put that out there. But
Jorts?
jorts.
Are you claiming jorts as your
I still
original?
have many jorts. They're in there. More of a.
Hey, that's like me claiming Bugle Boys. Get out of here with that.
You guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up.
I invented the glass straw razor blade combo. Come on.
Whoa. All right, Mark. Where can people connect with you on?
Mark World Order, or I'll be at the corner buying crack. MERKQ World Order on the Twitter box.
All right.
All right.
Bill, where can they get you?
Well, just know it was not Kidman. He faced
Oh.
Jason Dukes. But,
Gotcha. Oh,
there's
Xbox
other
One.
games. There you go.
All right, Switch, PS4, and Xbox for that game. Okay, good.
On everything. Add my name. Twitch and Instagram, William M. Gardner, GARDNAR.
Very nice, very nice. J Bone, are you live tomorrow? Doing anything? What are you doing tomorrow?
What is tomorrow?
It's Friday.
Friday. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably be covering some SmackDown. Yeah.
All right, where can they connect with you?
You can
There's
find me.
people who come over to your channel just to hang out with you. You're the draw.
Yeah,
They don't
absolutely.
care about SmackDown. They just come to hang out with J Bone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
They
I
put up
tell
with
them,
the ramblings of J-Bone.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes it's great, and sometimes I'm like fumbling like an old senile man. It's great.
Which one's Jay?
Which one's Jay?
Exactly.
I live for late night lucid J Bone.
There you go. So you can find me over in that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. You can find it on the YouTube and Twitch, visually, audio. You can find it on anchor.fm/Smash This Podcast, and it goes out to Spotify, Apple, Google, all sorts of places. And you can find Smash This Podcast on all the socials, the Facebotch, the Instanet, and the Twitter box.
You still saying that after Bravo called you out about all that? You still gonna put that gimmick out there, Jay?
It's my gimmick. It's my
Bravo.
And Bravo doesn't watch Throwback, so I think you're safe.
He doesn't watch. He doesn't watch Smash's podcast either, so he can suck it.
Yeah, get fucked, Bravo.
Get fucked, Bravo. All right, but guys, you can get me at Transberry on Twitter, or Henny Music on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and the BSB show, the Backstage Boys podcast I do with Basil, production talk, behind the scenes kind of stuff. So connect with me on those. This show at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Type in Total Nonstop Impact on Google. Everything comes right up. All major audio platforms: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Rate, review, and subscribe, guys. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. Follow, subscribe. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription a month to a Twitch channel. Make it Total Nonstop Impact, or Smash This podcast. One or the other. But use it. If you have Prime, people just don't use it. Use it. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. And everybody, I'm going to announce it right here. I have just officially commissioned the very talented Juan of the Dead, the artist Juan of the Dead, who has done many Impact Wrestling Talents t-shirts, to do one for Total Nonstop Impact. He is getting started.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
We are going to get a Juan of the Dead t-shirt. And he is, if you see Sammy's shirts, he did Madman Fulton's. Bill, I'm sure you own a couple of his designs, some of his t-shirts. He's fantastic. So he is officially starting ours, probably delivering next month. He's got, we're in the queue. So probably late next month, debuting a new shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees. YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact, guys. Get it over there as well. And the show schedule. Let's break down the schedule here. We got Tuesday nights, Impact and Access TV. We do the watch along. Bill, sell the watch along. I'm gonna let you sell this. There's an extra hour of watch along now.
An extra hour. Although I've already been telling Jay, it might be. I'm on the road next week, so there might be a Bone solo next week. We'll see.
Is the Bone
Or maybe
solo
in there?
I might have to do it. I might have to go old school.
Yeah,
How I
that's what I'm
used
saying.
to.
For one night only, old school. I may call in, but being on the road with the setup is probably not a wise decision. We don't want you guys going down.
Are you going? Is this a work trip? Are you going for a show? Are you on the road for a show?
I'll go into some shows.
Okay, all right.
He's going to see Shaq.
I might see Shaq while I'm down there.
Okay, back to Florida. Bill, you got to start buying property down there.
Yeah, no.
Just buy the house. Buy the retirement house now. 20 25 years. In 25 years, you're moving there. In the meantime, we'll all use it. You can be a timeshare.
I'm a grizzled northeastern guy there.
How about it?
That sun.
That's
bad.
Bill, I got two great words for you. Timeshare.
Good night.
Let me tell you about the timeshare.
One word.
Did he sell you?
What'd you say? What was one word?
Plastics.
But we do the watch along. Bill's on the road, but BTI. We start with BTI and we go all the way. Yeah.
All the way, all night long, as Rich Swan would say.
That's
so
right.
3 hours and then the review. So that's a loaded Tuesday night for sure. So it's Tuesday on TNI.
Post show starts immediately after Impact, 5 minutes after Impact goes off the air. You don't know who's going to show up. Bravo showed up last week. We always have guests, guys. They pop in and out of TNI. They're always coming to the show. This is the post show. This is the Impact Wrestling podcast. Nobody's coming close. You want to hear from the stars directly? They listen to our show. They come on our show and talk about it. So we'll announce a guest next week. We'll see who's going to show up. I'll let you know with enough time. So, but check that out Thursday right here. Throwback show. We're back at the Asylum every week. Next week is number 60. Get on your Impact Plus. Fire it up. Watch it. Impact Plus seems to be working just fine for everybody now. There's nobody complaining about it. Working on all devices. We're good. Get your Impact Plus.
Let's see what happens March 13th.
Yeah, that too. We'll see.
I'm double subscribed via Fight and Impact Plus right now.
Mark doesn't take any chances with any of this stuff. But get on that, guys. And then Sunday is on hiatus right now because Explosion is done. There was no new Explosion this week. It's Bravo, that dirty bastard canceled Explosion.
With
It's done.
Explosion.
So for right now, we're regrouping, trying to figure out what we want to do for Sunday. We're additional show. We're thinking about it. We got to make it worthwhile because we got to talk about. We talk about a lot, so we got to make it worth our while, guys, and for you guys too. So we'll come up with something. We'll figure it all out. We'll let you know with enough advance on what's going to happen. But if you missed last week's, we did talk last week, so go check it. It's all of them around the channel. As of this count, Jay, we did 45 Impact Plus weeklies. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, we did almost a calendar year. That's nothing to sneeze at. It had a great run.
Yeah, I didn't realize it got that far.
It'll always represent that pandemic period in time.
That's so true. And that's why we started, wasn't it? We kind of were like,
Yep.
hey, we got to fill some time during this pandemic.
Mhm.
Let's do the throw. That's kind of what it was. We'll come up with something, though. We'll figure it all out, guys. So
WCCW on Patreon.
take it easy, Mark. See yourself out of it. but that's
Here's a blender. Now get out of here.
So Mondays and Thursdays are fixed. And then, of course, guys, we do any major breaking news, we're on it. Pay-per-views, Impact Plus specials, it's right here. Watch along post shows, we got all that. So that's all on here. That goes without question. But so as of right now, we'll see you on Tuesday. Speaking of Chris Bay, his music is out, by the way. He cut some music, by the way. Chris Bay's got music out on all the streaming services. So go check out Chris Bay's music.
He just dropped a video today, and I think Chris Sabin was playing guitar.
He is a guitarist. He had a band with Sabin, Shelley, and was it Petey? We're in a band together. I'm trying to remember who the third guy was. They had a band together for a while.
So go look it up on Chris Bay's YouTube channel. Just dropped within the last 24 hours. I haven't watched it yet, but it's in my watch later list.
Cool, very nice. So yeah, guys, support Chris Bay.
We'll add that to the news on Tuesday.
There we go. Perfect. On that note, guys, have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. It's supposed to be a good weekend around the country, weather-wise. So enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. We'll be back on Tuesday with the watch along, post show, and everything. In between that, if anything breaks, major news, you know where to come to. Subscribe to all the channels. It'll notify you when we're live. Sometimes we've gone live at midnight with breaking news. So just subscribe. You'll know when we go live, guys. But anyway, on that note, on behalf of J-Bone, Bill, and Mark, guys, we will talk to you Tuesday. Have a great night, everybody.